Hey, this is John Carlos, and I am here with a look at the Back to the Future Ultimate Doc Brown action figure by NECA. Here's a look at the artwork on the little inside flap. There we go. This series of Back to the Future figures was supposed to include Doc Brown along with Biff and the 3 Marty figures, but when they came out last year, they did not include Doc. I remember at the time, someone asked NECA on Instagram, hey, where's Doc Brown? And they said something to the effect of, it's going to take a little bit more time to get it right. And in my opinion, it was absolutely worth the wait because this figure is flippin' great. The details of his outfit are really, really well done. I love the sculpt of his coat. Just the way like the coat lays, the wrinkles, the collar, but the details of the pattern on his shirt. They did a great job with the black paint on the collar, but the pattern looks really good to me. Also, the texture of his pants, that's really nice. That's really, really solid sculpting to me. However they achieve this, I think it looks awesome. And the tear in the pants is a nice touch. The textured socks look great. I think they did a good job with his shoes. I love they included the gloves. Yeah, paint job, even just like the little snap there. It's all really, really solid. Articulation, it's really solid. No complaints, no arms are breaking off. That's nice. We have the hinged, the ball hinge shoulders, the double elbow joints with the swivel. We have a hinged swiveling wrist. There is a waist joint, the ball hinged legs, the single but rotating joint at the knee, and the hinged swiveling ankle joint. And then we have a ball joint at the top of the neck, and then the bottom part of the neck is articulated, but it is pretty modest. It just kind of turns ever so slightly and comes forward just barely. Accessories include these ungloved hands, and I love that they included the watches on the wrists. That's a very nice touch. It also comes with this wrench. It's just a wrench, but it's a very well painted wrench. It also includes some paper accessories, like this paper of the initial drawing of the flux capacitor. I love that they printed the wrinkled paper on the back. We also get the envelope that contains Marty's note to Doc. This is very little, very detailed, really well done. It also comes with these goggles, which we will put on the figure in a moment, but I want to show you guys this blueprint of Doc Brown's house. Specifically though, it doesn't say Doc Brown or Hill Valley. It actually does say Pasadena because this is the Gamble house, so this is essentially the real blueprints, maybe not real, but the blueprints of the real Gamble house in Pasadena. And I gotta say, if you're ever in Pasadena, do yourself a favor and check out the Gamble house. It is a very fun location to visit. The figure also comes with this alternate head, and let's talk about both of these heads for a moment, because if you want to get nitpicky, there are some things to be said. So let's get nitpicky. The bandage on his head, where he got bumped, that's from the first night that Marty meets Doc, which is a completely different outfit than this. So this head technically does not match this figure's body. Now, this other head, the bump reflects more of what Doc looks like the rest of the movie and the climax of the movie, but the expression that he's making, this specific mouth shape, is from the middle of the movie when he's showing Marty like his plan with the toy car, and it like catches on fire, which is why they've included these goggles. So these goggles obviously go with this head. Which is, again, is not from the climax of the movie, which is what this body is. This is the whole finale of the movie. This is his outfit. Sure, he does make screaming expressions towards the finale of the movie, but never this specific mouth. So neither of these heads to me really go with the body, but it doesn't really matter to me because these heads are insanely good. Like, the likeness is like 110% spot on. The sculpt on the jaw, like the jowls, the cheeks, the mouth, the eyes, the paint on the eyes and eyebrows, it's just outstanding. Also, the sculpt of the hair and the sort of darker wash that goes over the hair is really, really good. It creates a good Doc silhouette, but this expression is perfect. And both of these have stubble on them. And like, to me, like a newer form of stubble. I don't know how good of a look we can get at this, but it reads dotted. I think they've used like a newer printing process, but the printing is really good. It has like individual dots as opposed to just like, you know, a gray wash that looks like, you know, watered down gray paint. The stubble on this is subtle. It's very detailed. I love the expression on this. They captured his mouth and his bug eyes perfectly. Now in the movie, the goggles on his head like wrap around his head through his hair, which you can't really achieve in plastic form with sculpted hair, but they've managed to create this little gap around his ears that feed around here, and it's a little tight, but you can get the ball joint to fit just around that spot. And when you plug the head on, like all the way, you get this effect. And I gotta say, that looks pretty damn good. The goggles also move really easily to the top of his forehead. I love that NECA included both gloved and ungloved hands. Over the course of the evening of November 12th, 1955, we see Doc both with gloves and with no gloves. And if they included just, like, say, these bare hands, I'd have been disappointed if we didn't get gloved hands. So right on. Look at how psycho killer Doc looks. He's got them crazy eyes. Now, does it matter to me that this figure has two heads and some accessories that don't really match the body? No, not really. In the end, essentially what you're getting here is Doc in one of his more iconic outfits with some classic best of accessories. And that's what this figure is. It's best of Doc, essence of Doc, if you will. And I'm all right with that. Now, for scale, here he is with Marty. And you can just see by looking at the two of them, like how superior that face sculpt and paint app is. This is hands down light years better than the other Martys and the Biff figures that came out. And I couldn't help but wonder if last year NECA was rushing to get these out in 2020 for the 35th anniversary. And I gotta say that I would have happily waited till this year if Biff and Marty looked as good as this, with this detail level in the face and this quality of paint. I think this is just outstanding. I can't praise NECA enough. I flippin' love how this figure turned out, and now I want more. So come on, NECA, let's do a 2015 Doc. Let's do some Old West figures. Let's get going. Thanks for watching, everybody. Let me know in the comments below what you think of this figure, and if you like this video, be sure to actually like this video and click subscribe. If you want to follow me on social media, I'll put up the links right now.